Bismillah Rahman Rahim. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another very important event, online event being organized by PISTAR. And this is a workshop series on generative AI. So if I may go to my next slide, you can see the complete title is Empowering Educators, Practical Application of Generative AI in Education. Before we talk about this workshop, I would like to remind everybody and to introduce people who are new to the vision statement of PISTAR. And it is that we envision a statistically advanced society in Pakistan through professional development and research-based knowledge and information. And our mission statement is to establish a state-of-the-art platform of highly capable statisticians to provide training and consultancy services for professional development and to promote a research culture leading to scientific and analytic thinking. Let me just try to put it in the slideshow mode because otherwise I was unable to read the rest of it, and excuse me for that. To promote a research culture leading to scientific and analytical thinking and to data-based sound decision-making through a dynamic organization, proactive client feedback system, and user friendliness. I'm Saleha. I'm rendering honorary services as Executive Director of PISTAR. My passion for the past nearly 45 years has been to teach, and that as I have been doing at Canadian College for Women in Lahore, Pakistan. The focal person for this workshop series, as for all series that we've done up till now, is Dr. Syed Wasim Abbas, who's the General Secretary of PISTAR and who is also the Director of the Pakistan Bureau of Statistics. Now, the plan for today, introductory remarks followed by Dr. AYESHA Sultan's short resume to be presented by Ms. Zulekha Mashkoor, followed by Mr. JAVED IQBAL's short resume to be presented by Mr. Javad Mirza, and then we hand over to them from 2:40 to 4:05, it says, but maybe we will be delayed by a few minutes. We will have a break at 4:05 p.m. for Asr prayer, and that will be for 10 minutes. Please try to come back after 8-9 minutes so that it is not more than 10. Then we have another 45 minutes for continuation of the workshop by the two resource persons, after which at 5 p.m. we would like to start the Q&A session. And at 5:10, we would like to have feedback from participants as to what they found useful and what might they want in this next two workshops, which would assist the resource persons to further enhance their next two workshops. And then at 5:20 p.m., I will be requesting Dr. Sharka Hashmi, who's the principal of Government Graduate College, Manawa, Lahore, to give a vote of thanks. After which I will be talking about the third PISTAR Global Statistics Conference, which is to be held in February 2025, after which we would like everybody to open their cameras so that we can have a group photograph. And there's a typo from my side. Excuse me for that. The closing will not be at 4:30 p.m. It will be at 5:30 p.m. All right, so now I hand over to Ms. Zulekha Mashkoor. I will stop sharing my screen and I will request Zulekha to share her screen. Okay.
Yes, Dr. Saleha, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you and I can see your slides.
Thank you.
Can you please begin?
Should I start?
Yes, yes, please. I think Jawad sir, you need to call her. I think there's some problem.
Jawad sir, do you hear me?
Yes, I can hear. No. Please proceed.
Okay, thank you. Dr. AYESHA Sultan, who is an academician and researcher at Department of Statistics from Virtual University of Pakistan. Dr. Sultan has 20 years of experience in the field of statistics since joining the Virtual University of Pakistan. She has led the Department of Statistics, playing a pivotal role in its growth and development. She has been instrumental in developing comprehensive educational resources, including a robust question bank, and has significantly contributed to course review and quality assurance processes, ensuring the alignment of curriculum with academic standards. Her leadership skills extended to actively participating in various committees addressing academic integrity and organizing numerous workshops and seminars for professional development. Recently, Dr. Sultan has focused on the transformative potential of generative AI. She has conducted various workshops and training sessions to demonstrate the practical applications of AI in the education and research as well. Her proficiency in prompt engineering and AI model optimization enables her to effectively integrate traditional statistical techniques with cutting edge AI technologies. And the agenda of today's workshop. In today's workshop, Dr. Sultan will explore the world of generative AI, illustrating how these innovative tools can revolutionize educational practices, enhance data analysis, and inspire creative solutions. With her extensive knowledge and practical insights, she aims to empower participants with the skills and undergraduate and understanding needed to effectively leverage generative AI in their professional and academic pursuits. Thank you. Over to Dr. Saleha.
Okay, thank you very much. And now, Mr. Jawad, I would like to request you to please share your screen. And in the meanwhile, I would like to welcome Dr. Munawwar also, who is from Indonesia. And who else has joined in the meanwhile? Up slide share kar lein.
Okay.
My own team members are here. Thank you, everybody. Yes, please. Jawad sir.
I'm sharing. Is it visible to all?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, let me convert to the slideshow. Here's brief introduction about Dr. Mr. JAVED IQBAL. He's a teacher and trainer from Department of Statistics, Virtual University of Pakistan. Background: throughout his career, Mr. JAVED has made significant contributions to upgrade the skills of hundreds of students, helping them to excel in their academic and professional journeys. His deep commitment to research, education, and technology integration set him apart as a leading educator in his field. Roles and responsibilities. He plays a vital role in the digital transformation of education, Currently, he is pursuing a PhD in statistics. Area of interest: computational statistics, data analysis, development of edge tech tools that bring the latest in digital education to students. He holds numerous industry recognized certifications, including being an Oracle certified professional, a Google certified educator, alongside various micro certifications that demonstrate his mastery of modern educational platform and technologies. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. And now it is time for me to request Dr. AYESHA Sultan and Mr. JAVED IQBAL to take over. And I would like to ask you, who would like to begin?
Dr. AYESHA Sultan. Okay, this is fine now.
Okay.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Sadia Lazmi, for providing us this platform to share our knowledge. And I would also like to thank uh, Ms. Zulekha and Mr. Jawad for our warm introduction. So we start the workshop. We are sharing the slides.
Okay.
Okay.
Please share the slides.
Yes, we are sharing. Please hold.
Aisha, are you going to share the slides or is it Mr. Jawad? Okay, now I think it's Javed Sahab who's doing it. Finally, I can see them.
Yes.
Please go
Okay.
ahead.
Ji. So, topic of this workshop is empowering educators with practical application of generative AI in education. So, in this workshop, we will learn how AI is changing the education and how it is being used and what is its mean for the future of learning. So this is about the artificial intelligence. What is the role of artificial intelligence in education? Uh, we should know what is artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence is basically a machine or computer system that acts like it is thinking, and it tries to mimic how humans solve problems and make decisions. Unlike regular computer programs, which can only follow exact instructions, AI can learn from data and experiences. It does not just repeat the things, and it gets better at making guesses or decisions over the time based on large amount of data. So they were this AI, which is this time we are using. It is not. Uh, uh, this word is not at this time. The working was begun half century ago. The first boom of AI happened in 1950s and 60s, and it all started at the Dartmouth Conference in 1956. This is where the artificial intelligence was first introduced, and during this conference, an early program that is called Logic Theorist was announced. So, what did the Logic Theorist? It was an AI that could prove mathematical theorems. As previously people thought computers would only do simple calculations just like calculators, so the fact that AI could solve intelligent, complex math problems was really a groundbreaking invention. This raised excitement about what computers could do, and and AI could only AI could only solve what we call toy problems, that is simple puzzle and simple puzzle type problems. At that time computer was AI was able to solve, and that were very simple problems. So AI at that time could not handle real world complexity. So this it was the limitation of this first AI uh, toy problems. Then the second boom of AI came into in 1980s, and this time AI was being used to tackle more complex real world problems. The big idea during this period was to create something called expert systems. These systems were designed to store large amounts of specialized knowledge, just like medical, legal, or financial information, and that make decisions or offer advice like a human expert that he can do. So the goal was to have AI answer questions by using the knowledge. But there was a challenge as well at that time for this boom. It was difficult to capture all the knowledge of real experts in a system. Human expertise is vast and complex, and it is hard to describe everything an expert knows. This became a limitation for expert systems. Then the third AI boom happened in 2000, and this time AI became much more powerful. And thanks to the two key things for this boom, it was neural networks and big data. In the first two AI booms, AI had trouble acquiring enough knowledge and struggled to solve complex problems. But with the rise of neural networks, AI started learning in a way that mimicked the human brain. Neural networks allow AI to recognize the pattern and relationship on its own, making it much smarter and more capable. At the same time, big data became a huge factor. With the internet and social media at the time, a tons of data being generated every day, and AI had a way more information to learn from that data. The combination of neural networks and big data massively expanded AI abilities and allowing to solve more complex and real-world problems. So the third AI boom was all about AI getting smarter by learning based on vast amount of data, just like we do as humans. When we process new information, in the 2010, Deep learning really changed the game for the AI. It is type of neural network that uses several layers to understand information more deeply, helping AI to learn in a more complex and smarter way. Okay, this is the difference between the neural network and deep learning. Uh, this is on the left side, you may see a simple neural network, and it is has only one intermediate layer between the input layer and output layer. While in deep learning, there are multiple layers between input layer and output layer, and which helps to process information in deep learning. These multiple layers helps it process information in more detail and pick up the patterns that are harder to spot. So this is a Venn diagram shows how different areas of AI fit within each other. At the topmost, you can see is the broader concept, that is artificial intelligence. It refers to machines that can perform tasks that usually normally human based on the that can perform tasks that would normally require a human intelligence. And the second place, machine learning, which is a subset of AI. It is a way for the machines to learn from data and improve over the time without being explicitly programming. And then neural network comes, which fall within the machine learning. These are models designed to like the human brain, which helping AI to recognize patterns and for solving the more complex problems. Then comes the deep learning. Deep learning is a specific type of neural network. It is called deep because it uses many layers for processing to learn from large amount of data. Deep learning has enabled major advancement in AI, but it is still just one part of AI. Finally, at the center, you may see generative AI, which is a powerful use of deep learning. Generative AI can create new concepts like images, text, even music and videos by learning the pattern from a vast amount of data. So you may say deep learning is just one piece of the bigger AI picture, but it plays a major role in today's AI development. So, what is machine learning? Machine learning is a type of technology that allows computers to solve problems by learning from data. Instead of programming the machine with specific instructions which are given it a huge amount of data, it learns to find the patterns, relationships, and similarities on its own. And the key machine learning is algorithm. The key of the machine learning is its algorithm. These are like problem solving recipes that the AI follow to analyze and classify the data, and that helps in predicting the right answers and make decisions. It is used in many areas like predicting stock prices, helping companies to make decisions for the decision making, which products will be sell best, and creating personalized ads based on your web searches, and even detecting defects among the products which are assembled in lines. So this is a model of machine learning, how it works. Machine learning works by learning from known data and using the knowledge that to make sense of unknown data. First, we give the machine a set of known data, and this is information that we already understand and have labeled. Labeled information. We teach the machine this is what is this? This some labeling. Then AI uses this learned data. Uh, the AI uses this data to learn patterns, relationships, or features. Next, the machine use machine learning models. These are these models means these are the tools or system that helps the AI to apply what it has new data and give us useful results. And what is the outcome after that? The machine can now make predictions, identification, generating new ideas, and even help with uh, execution for the new things. So in short, machine learning works by learning from what we already know and using to make smart predictions about new information.
Dr. Aisha, can you just give me a second? I
Or,
saw this message saying that there's no voice. I want to ask
uh,
people, are you being able to hear Dr.
Yes,
Aisha?
yes,
Yes,
but
we are
it's
hearing.
too low.
Okay. Then it means, Sadia, there is some problem with your own problem. Okay,
okay,
sorry for
fine.
the interruption. Please continue.
Okay, thank you. So here is the overview of machine learning and key techniques. Uh, there are three methods which are used in machine learning. One is called supervised learning, second is unsupervised learning, and third one is reinforcement learning. In supervised learning, there are two main algorithms which are used. One is classification and other one is the regression. Classification is about sorting data into categories. The AI learns to predict which group something belongs to. For example, it can be used to identify spam emails or classify images. Uh, like we all have Google Photos, when you upload a bunch of pictures and Google automatically sort them. Okay, that this is Aisha, this is Sarah, and so on. So some of the common algorithms uh, that are used for this classification, they are decision trees, logistic regression, and neural networks. Second method which is used for the supervised learning is regression. Regression deals with the predicting continuous values. It is about estimating a number, like predicting how much electricity a home will use or how many clicks an ad will get. Okay, so algorithms which are used in this regression method are regression tree, linear regression, lasso regression, ridge regression, elastic net, and sport vector regression. So in supervised learning, classification helps with sorting things into groups, while regression helps with predicting numbers. This is example about supervised learning. Types of supervised learning we can understand by this figure. So here, imagine uh, uh, imagine you are sorting fruit like apples and apricot. So classification helps the AI draw boundaries. Classification method of supervised learning helps the AI draw boundaries between different groups, between two types of fruits based on their features. A feature can be color, shape, and other features. While in regression, instead of categories, regression is about predicting continuous values. For instance, if you want to predict the price of an office based on its size, regression helps the AI draw a line, or you may say hypothesis, to the data points to show the relationship between size and price. It can then predict future prices based on that relationship. In short, you may say classification helps sorting things into groups, and while regression helps predict values. Second method of machine learning is unsupervised learning. That is entirely different with the supervised learning. In unsupervised learning, AI finds patterns in data without needing without needing label or correct answer. Uh, in supervised learning, as we uh, uh, learn, machine learns from some labeling data. But in unsupervised learning, machine learn without labels. Machine learns at its own, based on huge amount of data. And there are two common types of unsupervised learning. One is clustering and second one is dimensionality reduction. What the clustering do? This is about finding natural grouping in the data. For example, AI might analyze customer data and divide them into groups based on similar behavior, similar features, or similar preferences. That helps the which is helping business develop targeted sales strategies. And for this clustering, uh, different methods are used, in which some of them are k-mean method, which divides similar feature into k groups. And second one is hierarchical clustering, that makes groups of group similar feature in order. Second method which is used for the unsupervised learning is dimensionality reduction. This technique helps simplify the complex data, a big picture, by reducing the number of variables. Keep in mind, keep in mind as much important information to retain as possible. It is useful, especially this is useful for visualizing the data, like in customer analysis report. Some and for this algorithm, for this method of unsupervised supervised learning, the popular methods which are used are principal component analysis and TSNE method. In short, clustering helps the AI to find trends in data, and dimensionality reduction makes data easier to make with and understand. This is model of structure of unsupervised data. In this example, we are looking uh, at the left side diagram. You are seeing there are some doors. We are looking at bunch of data points, just random data dots, and we don't know what are they. But the AI don't know right now what these points represent yet. But as it processes based on a huge amount of data, it starts finding patterns. Like, for example, like grouping, if they are the fruits, they data points, if they are the fruits, with based on a huge amount of data, after processing the data, the AI would able to make group of the similar things together. Let's say these dots represent different fruits. Over time, AI figure out that some of these are apples and some are apricots without anyone telling it what they are. So it is like sorting a messy pile of stuff into organized categories based on purely on what the items look like or how they behave. In short, we may say unsupervised learning is all about the AI learning to spot structure and patterns hidden in the data without any label, without any instructions from us. So in simple terms, we may say unsupervised learning helps the AI find pattern on its own, whether it may be a grouping or uh, whether it is to group the things that are alike or simplify the complex data. And third method which is used in machine learning is reinforcement learning. In reinforcement learning, AI learns by interacting with its environment, and he taking the action and receive the feedback in the form of rewards and penalties. Uh, we usually see such type of reinforcement learning in virtual reality. This is an example of virtual reality games are type of reinforcement learning. So in reinforcement learning, over time the AI learns to maximize rewards and minimize penalties. So let us explore some common reinforcement learning algorithms. One is the cue learning. This method helps the AI decide what action to take in different situations by updating a table that is called queue table. The queue value is updated for each action based on reward received. An example of queue learning in action is AlphaGo, which was trained to play board game and made history by beating a world champion. It is also used in things like autonomous driving, and this technique is also used in autonomous driving and controlling manufacturing equipment. And second method is Monte Carlo method. This technique involves running a lot of experiments with a random number to get reasonable answers. It is like trying different strategies and learning from trial and error. So this method is also used in AlphaGo, helping the AI explore different possible moves and outcomes. And third method which is mostly used is Meyer gradient method. This method helps AI learn by calculating the probability of different actions using neural networks. And it is also used in AlphaGo to improve decision making, especially when predicting the predicting the best move. Each of these methods teaches AI how to take the best action in different situations by learning from feedback over time, just like how we learn from our experiences. This is the model of reinforcement learning. Reinforcement learning is similar to how we learn from our experience in the real world. The AI, which we call the agent here, This is AI we call the agent, interacts with its environment like virtual environment by performing action. Here is breakdown of this process. Number one, the agent begins by taking action within its environment. And number two, the environment, whether it is real world or simulated one, respond to that action and provide feedback in the form of status or reward. If the action was successful, the AI gets a positive reward, or if it might face penalty. The AI then learns from this feedback. It uses it to update its understanding, continuously improving its decisions. So the goal is to maximize rewards and reduce the penalties as it repeats this as it is repeated this process. The loop of action, feedback, and learning keeps going on, allowing the AI to get better with every iteration. So this is the in this picture you can see the difference between machine learning, app, and deep learning. In machine learning, human needs to manually tell the system what characteristics to look for. For example, we might tell it this cat has triangular ears and four whiskers and a tail. The body is full covered with hairs. So we tell the system this type of features uh, 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 will be of a cat. Cat will contain such type of feature. That animal which has such type of feature, that will be a cat. We are learning to the machine. We are labeling to the machine the feature of the cat. The system then uses this information to recognize the cat. So humans play a big role in guiding the machine to understand the feature of the object. While in deep learning, the system figures out on its own. We will not give any instructions to the machine in deep learning. Without any help, deep system will learn at its own. The AI designed to learn the characteristics of the object through layers of neural network. Through layers of neural network, system machine will learn at its own. It can recognize the cat by processing a lot of data and discovering patterns like the shape of the ear or the presence of whisker by itself. In short, we will say machine learning needs human assistance, but the deep learning is more independent and can grasp pattern on its own. Here are some applications of deep learning. So, image recognition, which are widely used in this time. So, what is this? Let's start with what is image recognition. This technology is everywhere in our daily life, and uh, think about apps like Google Photo. If we think about Google Photo, that automatically tag your pictures, your snap. You snap a photo, and before you know it, the app identify your friends and family and suggesting tags without you lifting a finger. It is like having a personal assistant who knows your life. You are not giving any instruction in image recognition in photo gallery, but Google Photo automatically sort out the photos uh, of all your friends and family friends. So how does this work? Deep learning enables computers to analyze images and recognize features like the shape of a face or the color in a sunset. This is not just about recognizing who is in a picture. Actually, it is about understanding what's happening in the image. For instance, if you have a picture of your cat playing in the park, deep learning can help identify not only your cat albums to powering security system, sorry, uh, what is if you deep learning can help identify not only your cat but also the background and activities. So this capability enhances various applications from organizing your digital albums to powering security system that can identify the individuals in a real time. So next time you open your Google Photos app and see it perfectly organized your vacation pictures and recognizing your friends, you will know there is some incredible deep learning technology at the background, making our lives a little easier and lots of more fun. A second application is speech recognition. Many of us are using the virtual assistant in Google. We have Google Mic in Google Apps. Like, so these are the virtual assistants like and Siri, which are we have in iPhone. So what are they? They are the virtual assistants. So how does it work? When you speak to these assistants, find out this, find out that. So deep learning algorithm analyze your voice. They don't just hear the words; they understand the context behind not only the words. They also know the pitch of your voice, but with the context behind them. So this allows them to respond naturally, just like you are having a conversation with a friend. And for example, if you ask, "What is weather like? What is weather of what is weather today?" So it knows you are looking for current weather information, not for a forecast for the next week. Third example is natural language processing. So what is this? This is one of the most exciting area in the AI because it allows machines to understand and generate human language. And can you imagine having a conversation with your computer or phone, just like you would with a friend? So that is exactly what NLP makes possible. With NLP, we can interact with technology in a way that feels natural and intuitive. For instance, think about chatbots that pop up when you are shopping online. In different websites of shopping, different websites, you have some window sorry, that pop up. So that is they not only just automated responses, they are also designed to understand your question and provide helpful answers. So that makes your shopping experience more smoother. So or consider, yeah, you may consider uh, translation services like Google Translate. So NLP allows these tools not just translate the words, but also to grasp and context, ensuring the message retains its meaning across the knowledge. And fourth example is anomaly detection. This technology is essential, especially across many industries, where it helps monitor the system and catch issues faults before they become serious. For instance, in finance, it detects fraud transactions by identifying unusual patterns in spending. Some of us have experienced when we have unusual transaction which we do in a week, in a month. So you have a phone call from the bank if such transactions have been made. So this is our deep learning. These are all more applications in autonomous driving, which there is also a use of deep learning. So what it do by deep learning helps cars understand their surroundings, detecting obstacles and recognizing traffic signs to drive safely. Then automatic translation is also an example of deep learning, where deep learning powers translation tools like Google Translate by understanding the context and choosing words that make translation sound natural. And it is also very helpful in medical diagnosis. For in healthcare, deep learning helps analyze medical data to assist in diagnosing diseases early and suggesting treatment options, making healthcare more efficient. And it is also helpful in ordering and inventory management. In business, deep learning analyze customer data to predict demand for products based on factors like weather, season, even the day of the week. That optimizing inventory management. So these are just few ways deep learning is making an impact across different industries. So after these three booms, there comes a fourth boom which all we are we are being experienced. So this is the boom birth of generative AI. Uh, the COVID pandemic changed how we work, especially with the rise of remote work, and this has pushed forward the progress of AI technology. In November 2022, OpenAI, that is company name, who released the ChatGPT, and we all know that is a conversational AI. That was marking a new phase in AI development. So this is what being called the fourth AI boom. So it all started with GPT-1 in 2018, and since then, newer, stronger versions have been introduced. GPT-2 was launched in 2019, and GPT-3 followed in 2022. GPT 3.5 was launched and released in 2022. GPT-4 arrived in March 2023, and it is even faster, very GPT from GPT-4 Turbo, and the faster version was uh, uh, on the same year was launched GPT-4 Turbo in November 2023. So in 2024, there are even more like GPT-4o. These are the version of GPT-4o in May, and same year GPT-4o Mini was launched in July. So GPT ChatGPT now has two built-in models, one GPT-4o and GPT-4o Mini. These are the extension of GPT-4o model. So that making it highly versatile and efficient for a variety of tasks. So what is generative AI? Generative AI refers to a technology that can create things like text, code, images, and video by learning from large set of data. So this field is relatively new and different from the traditional AI. From last three booms, it is totally different, which mainly sought the last three booms uh, were used to sort or classify the things like images and sound, etc. And since generative AI produces new content as well, it is adaptive, which also learn from the data and create new things as its own. ChatGPT is an example of text generating AI. It can generate sentences and is called conversational AI because it interacts with users in a chat, just as we were talking like a friend. By giving some prompts, it cannot work at this on only. A human is required to give the prompt. So, other example of conversational AI include Google Gemini. Like this was introduced by OpenAI. So after that, Google introduced the same generative AI tool, that is Gemini, and Microsoft introduced the Copilot for the same purpose, which also generates content based with text to text. It gives information text to text content based on user inputs. What is GPT? Or GPT stands for Generative Pre-trained Transformer. Generative means to generate new content like sentences or text, and pre-trained, this means AI model has been trained on a large data set before it is used to generate responses. It helps It learns patterns from the data in advance, and transformers, this is a type of deep learning model used to process and understand large amount of text data efficiently. In short, GPT is the technology that can handle various natural language processing, shortly you may say NLP tasks, such as generating sentences, answering questions, translating languages. It uses pre-training and deep learning to understand language and make sense of longer text and context. What is ChatGPT? ChatGPT is versatile and can be used for more than just conversation. It can help with various tasks such as answering questions, assisting with writing, and many more. This slide explains. In this slide, I will explain ChatGPT a as a conversational AI tool, and which was I already discussed developed by OpenAI. So ChatGPT is type of AI tool which is designed for conversational. It can talk with user like human would. So it is built on a language model and which is trained on a massive amount of text from the that text is taken from the internet and books, which allow it to generate natural and accurate sentences. So it was launched in November 2022 and quickly became popular, and within 5 days it had over 1 million users. After launching in November 2022, within 5 days it has 1 million users, and within 2 months it had more than 100 million active users. So you can see how rapidly it became popular. So now today ChatGPT is used not just by individuals but also is it has been used in business and governments worldwide for different purposes. On May 13, 2024, OpenAI launched GPT-4o. Previously, it was launched in November 22 GPT, but it was paid. In November 2024, May 20, 2024, GPT-4, a version of GPT-4 that is called GPT-4o was launched. That is giving free GPT users access to advanced using advanced tool. It provides advanced tool or GPT-4o. 4. GPT-4o is providing advanced tool of GPT-4 that is paid version for a certain time with 50 messages. You can do this daily limit is 50 messages per day. After that, you have to wait for some time. So there are many features which you can use in uh, GPT-4o. You can experience GPT-4o level intelligence. You can get responses from both the model and the web. You can analyze the data and create the charts. Chatting about photos you upload. You can upload the files for assistance for summarizing. You have writing, analyzing. You can upload this is really very good feature. You can upload files and assistant a long file you can upload and you make summarize and write and analyze. You can discover using GPTs uh, from the GPT store. There are different GPTs. It will be discussed in the third session how to explore the GPT store. So, building a more helpful experience with memory. So, it is a really very good. It is having a very good memory in this way. So, what is the limit of this GPT-4o? Uh, it has number of uses, limited number of usage up to 10 times. Within 1 hour limit is 10 times you can use it. Means you can get up to 10 uses at one sitting, or after that the system take a break about an hour before you can use it again. So if you hit that 10 use limit, whether you are asking question or generating a text in any way, if you are using or doing anything else, you will need to wait a bit before continuing, and this limit helps make sure that everyone can get fair chance of this free can anyone gets a fair chance to use the system without overloading it. So it is like quick cool down period before you back it again. So you have characters processable जो हैं up to 5,000 characters in a single response. In a single response, you can use 5,000 characters, and you can upload 3 images in one sitting. This usage limit 15 minutes after that. Then after that, you have to wait 15 minutes for further uploading in the chat GPT-4o version. Uh, uh, the next is GPT-4o was launched in 2024 May, and after 2 or 3 months, it was in July. Another version of GPT-4o was launched, that is 4o GPT-4o Mini. Means in July, when you the GPT-4o Mini model became available. It is also free available for the free users. GPT-4o Mini is described as a you can say cost-efficient intelligent model. When you have finished the limit of GPT-4o, you automatically shift. You are automatically shifted GPT-4o Mini. You can use still ChatGPT, but not can use advanced features of GPT-4. So this is there. You can use GPT Mini after GPT-4o in a free in a free way. So it is a comparison which was conducted by a Japanese professor Akira Murata in his university. Okay, what is the usage of uh, such GPTs? If you can say, you can see the chart GPT-4o and 4o Mini against other AI models is more popular and is being more used. So uh, compared to competitors like Gemini and Cloud, GPT-4o 4o Mini provides superior performance and making them reliable option for wide range of tasks, in which including reasoning and coding. You can also use GPT-4o for the coding, GPT-4o 4o Mini for the coding purposes. So this highlights why we use both GPT-4o and 4o Mini for free trial users, as they offer high accuracy and efficiency. So this is an overview of the leading text generative AI tools that are available as July 2024. So this is text generation AI tool. Means text to text. You write something, you will obtain in written form something. For same purpose, there are different companies have launched their uh, chat GPTs. Open AI has launched Chat GPT 4o and 4o Mini in November 2022. After that, Microsoft launched in November 2023 Copilot for the same purpose, and then Google launched Gemini for the same purpose, generative AI tool in February 2024, and Meta launched this for the same purpose, Llama, in February 2023. This is image to text, text to image. You write something. I need a picture, Pakistani flag with green color with stars. You can design a t-shirt uh, like a t-shirt. You may say to write in a chat box, design a t-shirt where there is a Pakistani flag and a lot of stars in the background, so that we will create an image in this way. By text, you can create images. There are different generative AI tools which are being used to create images by using the text. By OpenAI, there is DALL-E, which was introduced in 2021, and for the Microsoft introduced Bing Image Creator in April 2023. Google introduced Imagen in May 2022, and Midjourney, which is widely used for this purpose, at July 2022, and Stability AI in August 2022. But all these versions are paid. These are not free. So for the text to image, mostly DALL-E and Midjourney are being used. Further, if you want to create a movie by text, but you will just script. This is the character A, this is the character B, and this is the story. These tools will generate a movie. So OpenAI has introduced Sora for this purpose. Google has introduced Imagen Video. Meta has introduced the Make a Video. Native AI tool Runaway is used RunGen. Further, if you want to create music using Generation AI tool, then Microsoft introduced Well-E, Google Music LM, and Stability AI provide stable audio. Further, we move forward. Slide generation AI tool. If you want to prepare slides in a by very interactive way, so you can use these versions of generation AI. Microsoft provides uh, 365 Copilot. Google provides Google Slide. Magic Tom is also used, which provides Tom, and Beautiful AI provides Beautiful.ai. So this was the introduction of generative AI, and the question is how to. Uh, so now we have covered quite a bit about AI has advanced, and now we have seen it grow from basic machine learning technology to the powerful generative AI. How machine learning uh, from basic machine learning techniques to the powerful generative AI, how it grows. We have seen it. But what I find most exciting and is that what brings us all here today is how AI is starting to perform the education. Means what is the role of AI in education and how AI can perform in education. And for years we have mostly relied on one size fit all model approach of teaching. That is, uh, whether it is in a classroom or through a online learning, students have typically been taught the same way, at the same pace, and with the same material, no matter how different they are from one another. Because in a class, there are different IQ level students, but in a conventional, previously, all type students are they in a same way, with the same materials, with the same environment. But now AI is helping us change that. It's enabling us to create more personalized learning experiences, tailoring education to meet the needs of every student. So what is the personalized learning? Personalized learning adapts education to individual students' needs, preferences, and learning styles. So it allows students to progress at their own pace, offering tailored support where they are needed. AI tool assists by providing real-time feedback and adjusting content to optimize learning outcomes for each student. Personalized learning is all about making education uh, for each student. Instead of everyone learn the same way at the same speed. Personalized learning recognize that every student is unique. Imagine in a classroom where lessons are tailored to fit each student's individual needs and preferences. Some students might learn best through hands-on activities, while others might prefer reading or watch videos. So personalized learning allows them to engage with the material in a way that best, suits them best. So with personalized learning, students can move at their own pace. If someone is struggling with a concept, they they can take the time as as much they need to understand it without feeling rushed. Conversely, if another student is ready to move on, they can do without waiting for the rest of the class. So AI tools play a big role in the process. Uh, in this process, they provide real-time feedback, which means students get immediate information about their performance, and this performance helps them understand what they need to work on and what they are doing well. Plus, these tools can adjust the content based on how each student is progressing, ensuring that everyone gets the support they need as they need to succeed. In a nutshell, personalized learning makes education more effective and enjoyable by recognizing and adapting to the individual journey of each student. It empowers students to take control of their learning and helping them grow and thrive. So here question arises: what is the role of teachers in the age of AI? The role of teacher in our rapidly evolving world of artificial intelligence. What is the role of teacher in our this evolving world of artificial intelligence? Firstly, we need to acknowledge that gap there is a gap between generative AI produces and what we see in the real world. Real AI is producing the output. Question is that how this output is bridged with the real world. This is the role of the teacher, how to bridge this output with the real world, to tell the student, to help the student how to bridge up this output with the real world. AI can create amazing outputs, but these outputs often need a human touch to make sense in our everyday life. So this human touch can be given by the teacher. So this is where teacher come in. They play an essential role in linking the outputs of AI to the real-world needs and demands that we all face. So think about it. AI can provide information, generate content, and even suggest solutions, but it doesn't inherently understand the context of human experience. That is a task that only humans can do. So when it comes to education, this connection is even more vital. As we integrate AI into our classrooms, teachers become the bridge between the generative AI and the real-world application. They help students navigate this technology, ensuring that it enhances learning rather than replaces the personal connection and insight that come from the teacher's guidance. In short, while AI has potential to transform education, the role of teachers is irreplaceable. They guide students, contextualize AI-generated content, and prepare learners for the world beyond classrooms. So, by working together with AI and teachers, uh, teachers can play shape a more effective and meaningful education experiences. So this is all from me for today. And after this, Mr. Javed Iqbal will continue application of generative AI. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much, Dr. Aisha. This was amazing. We have had 1 full hour, a little more, I suppose, of this lecture on all that has, you started from the very, historical background
Can you hear me?
and come up to today. Yes,
Ashok ji.
Mr. Javed, I can hear you now. So please go ahead. Jawad sir, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am, I can hear you.
I think Mr. Javed has not been able to hear my voice. Maybe you can.
He's muted now. Yes, no, unmuted.
Yes, Javed sir, please go ahead.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes,
Yes.
very clearly.
Okay. Asha has told about the history of AI, generative AI, and ML. Now we see some of the uses of generative AI in teaching and daily routine. I will try to make this session a bit more interactive because typically the history part is usually a bit boring, but here we try to utilize and engage your experience and things. AI has a huge impact. It's not coming, it has come, and the artificial intelligence will have more impact on the humanity than the fire, electricity, and the internet. Few things in the history, few invention in the history has reshaped the world. Few are the fire, electricity, and the internet. The next big thing is this generative AI. This will reshape the world just like the fire and electricity and other things have done. In every industry, like education, business, zoology, internet, community, child education, you just name it. Everything will be reshaped and it is reshaping. Directly, we may know it or we may not know it, but it is happening. Elon Musk, the big name in this, he is saying that AI is more dangerous than the nukes. Nukes mean a nuclear weapon. Just like the nuclear weapon has a huge impact, positive or negative, same is the AI with its plus, but also have some negative impacts, which we will cover in some later session. So OpenAI, the co-founder, the founder of the OpenAI, who brought this the best product, ChatGPT, to all of us, saying that it's revolutionizing everything. The Google brain who developed the product AlphaGo, who beat the chess game. He's saying that just imagine we don't have electricity. In these days, we can't imagine it. Even without net, we can't imagine our life. Just same way, in coming days, everything, every product, every aspect, every student, every teacher will be using AI directly or indirectly. In my session, we will start with the some use cases of the prompt, in which you will also do some practical exercises, hand-on experience, just to see that how a good prompt can solve your multiple problems. In the next session, we will go deep into the art and science of creating a good prompt that can help you, so that you may not just take a simple prompt, but you can advise a complex prompt to solve your day-to-day life, through education, to data analysis, you just name it. So just simple idea, you all people have already used chat gpt, some simple prompts, just a little bit, it all about asking a good question. The one of the beautiful quote of the prophet muhammad is that a good question is a half knowledge. Just imagine that the half part is creating a good prompt, then ChatGPT can give you a good answer. Bad prompt will produce bad results. And in computer science, there is a lingo called garbage in, garbage out. When you give data, a prompt that is just like a garbage, most of the cases you will get an output that is also like a garbage. So we need to learn these techniques to refine our prompt, to convert it to simple prompt to a good and effective prompt. Suppose on the left side, tell me about that war with Napoleon. Sometimes we see that ChatGPT can do everything. No? That's not possible. His output will be limited. You don't know the exact context, what type of things you are looking for. He will give you answers. Some answer may be not the right one. If I convert this prompt a little bit more detail oriented. Here I say detail the diplomatic tension that led to the conflict between the Battle of Waterloo. I have mentioned some more details. Now the ChatGPT will give me the exact output that I am looking for. Now just see the few examples of the typical classroom task that every teacher go through it. First part is lesson planning. Lesson planning is big part of teaching, learning. So here, what you can you help me brainstorm ideas for creative lessons? Generate an outline. Okay, that's a good. Sometimes we need to uh, deliver a lesson on some topic, even some new subject. We have little bit of knowledge, but not in depth how to proceed that. ChatGPT can do that. It can outline all the chapters, lesson plans, and examples, what to give, what not to give. Provide me with some engaging activities for teaching. Typically, we give student the same knowledge as we have learned from our teachers, but there are sometimes there are multiple ways, new ways to give information to the student. From where we can get it? a good prompt can provide you more examples and ideas to make your teaching more effective to the students. Grading and assessment. Okay. We need to create quiz. Just see a typical statistics class or math class in which there are students like 40, 50, a maximum face-to-face class goes up to 100 students. The university in which I am teaching, it's an online university, and one of the course is the statistics course. The current enrolled students in this semester with whom I am dealing is 12,000 students at a time. So just you can imagine to create multiple choice questions that can be delivered to the 12,000 students simultaneously. It's a huge task. So, but ChatGPT can help to create a good quality questions that can be assessed on the different Bloom taxonomies. So it's a grading and assessment helper. Communication with parents, student ask me to give some sort of like NOC, some sort of reference letter to get admission in a new class, new university, and sometimes you need to complain about the students. You need to tell the reports of the students. So all these activities can be time consuming, time taking, but with good prompt, you can easily craft and draft such type of communication tools. Generate list of classroom rules and expectations. In the start of the class, you may need it. Suggest strategies for managing disruptive behavior in class. Sometimes you have students who are tough to handle. You don't know how to deal with such students. You can always ask ChatGPT. It will give you a very good and practical advice how to handle these students, how to encourage these students, how to rectify their behavior. Student, as Aisha told, the role of teacher in these days is more like a facilitator, not a typical teacher who is standing in the classroom and producing or throwing the knowledge. Student, many things student already know. He need fine tuning. The role of the teacher from the last 30, 40, 50 years now has converted to a better facilitator of the learning process. For that, you may need to provide students more examples, more videos, more learning sort of things. So if you have a collection of all these tools, you can easily convey to students, and definitely students will get benefit, and he will know that when student know the teacher is more upgraded, upskill, he definitely inspire from the teacher, and their learning gets better and better. Homework and assignment we can also do for this. We will cover these list. Further professional development, you need to upgrade your skills, roles, and tips. All we can get from special education and inclusivity, student engagement. Sometimes we need to engage students in the classroom. We can take help from these. So these are the some uses for a teacher, typical day-to-day routine. He can get help from the chat GPT. It is like some professors in the university have TA. teacher assistant that help them in lot of activities. Now with the chat GPT, everybody have a powerful TA. Okay. He can help teacher to do lot of things. You help chat GPT, and chat GPT ultimate help you to do this. So
Mr. Javed, I would like to
Javasab, can
interject.
you tell me how much time we have for the break? Because this case will take some time, or we should start it after the break.
You should start it after the break. Can you hear me, Javed sir? Mr. Javed, we will need to have the break now. I don't know whether he can hear me. Can you hear me?
Okay, fine. That's because it will take some more time, so we can continue from this after the break. I think it
Right.
will be 4:15.
It will be 4:15. Yes.
Okay.
Okay, thank you very much. Abhi, can you stop sharing this slide and I will be sharing my slide. Okay, share. Can you see my slide, Jawad sir?
Yes, we
Yes,
can
ma'am.
see.
All right, all right. So I will see you all at 4:15. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back together after the break. And now I request Mr. Javed Iqbal to continue with the workshop.
Okay, fine. Ji. Now let we see the some use cases. In this typical prompt, this is a complete prompt. The purpose of this prompt is that we want to study some topic regarding in a course, and we want to check our knowledge through a series of.
Can you please do it the slideshow mode?
Okay.
Slideshow, please.
Actually, I have to move from slideshow to chat GPT.
Okay. Okay,
That's
all
why.
right. Okay. Okay, okay.
Vasab, is it possible that the participant can also do this activity on their own system?
If
I
you
think
copy
you will
this, if you copy
you will be
this in the chat, this text in chat window, so participant
Okay, okay, fine.
may try. It's optional.
Oh, okay, I am just also sharing this in the chat box. The people can pick from it.
I would like to say that it is better that you may demonstrate all of this because of the limited time, what I do want to share something with you and with the participants that we have also we started some time back a series called CLI, and CLI is the collaborative collaborative learning initiative. So whatever we learn from our resource persons, then we have a separate session in which we, or we participants get together and we try to practice that which was taught by the resource person. So if possible, we will have CLI session for your workshop series also. So whatever
Okay,
you will
fine.
demonstrate, we can try to do it during those sessions.
Okay, fine. That format is also fine.
Right.
So just for demonstration purpose,
Mr. Javed, can you make the size bigger?
let me check. Is it okay?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So I have created a long prompt. The technicalities of this prompt so that you can use, you can create it for yourself will be discussed in tomorrow sessions.
लॉगिन हो जाए चैट जीपीटी से अपना लॉगिन बना ले साइन अप पे जाकर अपना अकाउंट बनाए तो पूछ रहे कि कैसे डाउनलोड करना है डाउनलोड नहीं करना आपने अपना अकाउंट बनाना
Okay. For those who are very new to this, let me just give idea. You can go to chat GPT on Google, and there you can just create your own account with Google or any other idea. Then you will see the screen like this.
Okay.
Here on the left side, there are menus organized your work which you do with it. In the center, there is a box. This is called the input from the user. Here I ask any question with chat GPT, and in the response it create a text response. I can study, read it, and then I can further ask him to refine it, make it shorter, make it bigger, and this way the whole thread keeps on going. The good thing is that even I come after few days, the whole information or memory of the thread is kept in this stored here. So you do not need to tell him about the previous talk. He store it as we do in our day-to-day conversation. So here.
Mr. Javed, I'm wanting to interrupt you. I'm enjoying it very much when you say that we tell him. So if it is me, I will say that I will tell her. So I think we better we
Of
better
course.
not use him or her. I think we should say it.
Oh, yes. Okay, Ji. The output of the prompt is this. Which of the following is true about the correlation coefficient? Okay, it giving us 4 options. If you are trying it yourself, you can give whatever it suppose randomly I say it is the option A. I just entered A.
Right.
Now it says it's incorrect and then explain the reason why the option I have chosen is not a good option and explain. This way student and teachers can learn why their option is not correct, and it is just like a reinforcement in learning. Next, from my response, he can create a new question. That question maybe reassess the same point, or it can generate a new related question. So he created a new question. Okay, here he stops, and I gave him like say any other options. I am giving it a random options. I said D. Again, it says it's incorrect. And further, he explained why this answer is not correct. So this way, student can learn, improve their own concepts, and teacher can also explain better questions, and also can create a better assessment like MCQs or other type of assessment tools for the student.
So,
In this,
my question is, if you select the correct answer,
okay,
will it still give all the detail, or it will just say it is correct?
okay. Let me check in a simple, what does the slope represent the value independent value when the independent value is zero, the change in the strength of the linear relationship between
I
two
think the B
variables.
part should be correct.
Yes, I guess B. So, for the correct option, he further explains that. Okay.
Yes.
So for both way, it reinforce and clarify your learning. If it's incorrect, it give the details. If even if it is correct, then further elaborate so that it make more clear to learn that concepts. So
Right.
in this prompt, I have converted ChatGPT in a series of questions where I am learner and he is teacher, and this process is keep on going. If we use it, similar prompt, we can, this is just an example. Using this similar prompt, we can learn anything, any topic in this way. So this way, it is usually a very interactive way to learn and improve any topic. This is just one example of creating a good interactive prompt.
Mr.
Right.
Javed, can I interrupt for a minute?
Gigi.
Can you go back the first prompt? I missed it. I'm sorry.
Okay,
I can
okay.
understand what you're doing now. Can you just in a minute just tell me about how you started it?
Yes. I gave him some role and goals. You are a university level statistics teacher tasked with creating quiz for the beginning or end of the class. The quiz should start with basic concepts and statistics. The difficulty level should be high enough so that the average correct answer rate for the university student is around 50%. It means it has to create questions neither too high, neither too low for the students. And what is the process? I also gave him an idea, uh, instructions, what I want, or how it has to behave. Randomly select one question from the topic. The question should have four choices. I also mentioned it label A to D. Otherwise, it can label 1, 2, 3, 4 or small a, b, c, d. Okay. Option 1 should be correct. The other 3 incorrect. Do not indicate which option is correct or incorrect in the options. Typically, if you ask him to create questions. He don't know whether I have to give it a correct reply, key response or not. So I have mentioned it. It does not need to provide the response or the key in the initial. Then I will choose the label of the answer. It's user input from my side. It will evaluate my response on that response. If my answer is correct, proceed to the next question. If my answer is incorrect, provide clear feedback that a college student would understand and then return to step. It's just like a loop, a programming loop where it's ongoing infinite type of MCQs. It keep on repeating and learning.
That's a, please copy this copy this text and paste in the chat window so that later on we can use it as an
Yeah,
example.
yeah. No,
Okay,
this is very
fine.
clear. Thank you. Thank you. It's nice to
Okay.
ask
Rather,
you both doing that.
I will provide this prompt with other prompt.
Okay.
So everybody can tweak it a little bit according to your own need and requirements.
PPTs will be shared
All these
after this.
questions are uniquely defined here. Is it so?
Sorry?
All questions are uniquely defined here, not
Yes.
repeated. Okay. Yes. Thank you.
Every new question is might be on the same concept, but it will assess the student in a new way.
Okay.
Okay.
But
That's nice.
Thank you.
this is just an idea for your own requirement. You can further tweak it how it should behave. Into the session we will do next time. In that we will go deep in the process how we can tweak these prompt to get our optimize our requirement and results.
Okay,
Okay.
Mr. Javed and Dr. Aisha, I would like to share with you that we have people from other disciplines as well. So we
Okay,
have
fine.
people from geography department of Connect College and also from the education department. And Dr. Virk, who was talking to you just now, his area is environment, if I'm not mistaken. So
Yeah,
next time,
genetics.
Agriculture.
I'm from
Yeah.
genetics.
I'm sorry, from genetics.
Yeah.
So, Mr. Jawad and Dr. Aisha, next in your next sessions, please do give examples from these other disciplines as well.
Okay, fine.
Excuse me,
Right.
Javed Sahab, I have a question. I have a question to ask.
Sure.
This is Dr. Kulsum Akhtar. Thank you so much for a very inspiring and insightful demonstration. So my question is that how many types of prompts we have in ChatGPT, because you were talking about prompt 1, prompt 2. So are there any, kind of types in prompts that you were addressing to?
Yes, there are a variety of prompt and its styles. We will cover it in tomorrow sessions.
Okay.
Today,
Okay.
today my idea is just to give the final product of a good prompt, so that the nitty-gritty of that prompt we will cover in the next session, inshallah, in depth.
Okay. Thank you, Javed.
Which is not tomorrow, but which is on Saturday.
Okay.
Okay.
Please go ahead.
Okay, Ji. We can also do it yourself exercise when I will share this prompt. You can create the same MCQs type question on your related field like geography or economics or anything else. Now move to the next. this is also an interesting prompt. If I copy and share it.
email WhatsApp WhatsApp.
I said that also paste this text in the chat window of the Zoom. This is our
Okay.
current session, so that I can copy that and I can deliver this to all, and people also can copy. from there.
Okay, just copying it in chat box. Aisha is doing
Yes.
it.
नहीं मैं जवा सबको पीपीटी शेयर कर देंगे
Okay.
Jawasab, I am sharing PPTs with you. You can share to all the participants.
Okay. Thank you very much. So other participant can put their emails here.
Huh?
You can put their emails so that I can share all the material with all of you.
Please share your email ID.
Yes. I have already the emails,
Okay.
few
Yes,
emails, but
I have. Okay, I do email in reply.
okay.
Okay, ji.
I repeat what Mr. Jawad has said. We have email IDs of many of you, but we don't have email ID of every single one. So please do place your email ID in the chat. Thank you. And Javed Sab, please continue.
Okay. Jawad sir, I have pasted
Yes.
the
I got
prompt.
it.
Anybody who is interested, they can use it.
Okay,
Let-
later on. So you can continue, Dr. Sir.
Okay, fine. This is a prompt, interesting prompt in which I have asked him that I want to apply for the position of professor, assistant professor, or manager, anything. And I want to ask him that ChatGPT should become an interviewer, and I am a candidate, and it should ask me the typical questions that should be expected in that interview. I will answer that questions, and he will not response about it, just like in an interview, but at the end of interview it should give me the feedback about my responses, and then it should also decide about my whether I am qualified for that post or not. In this way, anybody who will want to upgrade their skills for a certain position and not very good at interview, he or she can play this game, and it's very super duper. It can help you. You might be thinking that your response is very good, but when it will evaluate and give you a feedback, usually we don't get such feedback from the interviewer. You will learn a lot of things. So let's try it. He understood all my instruction, so he said, I am ready. Yes. So, very good question. Can you explain the concept of multicollinearity in regression analysis and how you would detect in a data set? Definitely, this is in statistic language, this is a good question. I am just speedily say dependence in X variables. I can give it a long typical answer, but just for the sake of time, I'm just giving it a very short correct or incorrect input. Thank you for your response. Let's move to the next question. The next question, can you describe the difference between parametric and non-parametric statistic test? In what situation would you use it? It's overall a good question for statistics teacher that he or she should know. parametric and non-parametric. Parametric as assumptions and non-parametric without assumptions. So, interpretation and interaction term in multiple regression model. Can you explain significance and provide an examples? I am just saying, sorry. No problem, take your time. Could you please answer the question about interpreting?
Mr.
No.
Javed, I have a question. The
Yes.
previous, when you said parametric has assumptions and non-parametric does not have assumptions, what was the response from the response was, thank you for your response. Does it mean that it is a correct response?
No. I have created this prompt in such a way that after my answering, it will not evaluate that answer at that time, just like in interviews. At the end of all these questions,
Okay, I see.
it will then give me feedback that the question number 1 is good, second was okay, third was very good.
I see. Okay.
So I also asked him to, he can ask me 5 questions, but due to time limitations, I asked it, if I say stop, it means I need to stop that interview.
Right. So it's very interesting that even if you are
Yes, see.
Javed sir, I want to make a remark here. I find it very interesting that even when you are spelling the spelling is not correct, but it is understanding it.
Yes. Here is the end of the interview. Suppose the first question was multicollinearity. My response was dependence in X variables. It rate me 2 out of 5. While you touched on the idea of dependence among variables, your response lacked detail about the implication of multicollinearity and method of detection. So this is a very good and valid point. If I want to prepare for the interview and interview ask me this question, I need to discuss the multicollinearity in detail, and also I need to mention the method of detections. So if I see the question number 2, parametric and non-parametric, it gave me rating 3 out of 5. You correctly identified the distinction, but could have elaborated on the specific assumptions for parametric test. I just briefly explain, but in reality, I need to give it more detailed answer and clarity about the parametric and non-parametric. And for third, for my response, sorry, it gave me 0. And question number 4, null and alternative hypothesis, no response as per the question was not answered. Again, there was no provided. Final decision, let's see what it says. Based on your responses, I would say there is a potential for improvement in your understanding of key statistical concepts, particularly in providing detailed explanation. The overall score indicate that you have a foundational grasp, but would benefit from the further development in articulating your knowledge. It may be beneficial for you to enhance your knowledge and communication skills in these areas before pursuing a teaching position. Thank you for your time.
Very
So,
interesting. Very interesting. But
this-
I want to say, Javed Saab, I want to say that it has given a very good evaluation of your understanding of statistics, but it has not added. It has not added. I mean, I would first and foremost, I would say 2 plus 3 plus 0 plus 0, 5 out of 20. I mean, I would have given the marks 5 out of 20. Why has I mean, why has it not added the marks?
Okay, we can tweak about the prompt. It's all about what we have written or guided it to do as a output. We can do that. Give me report, give me full report, give me full marks, explain me each and everything. Further, we can say also recommend me the further tools to sharp my knowledge. The basic
Right.
idea is that ChatGPT is neutral. You can its output is dependent on your imaginations. Whatever you want, take a tweak, make a good prompt. And in these days, a very good skill for the student, for the teachers, for the family is how to write a good prompt. It's just like the communication part usually we do in daily life, but how to communicate with generative AI, and it's a skill. It can be improved, it can be learned, and today's session is just a part of it, that we should learn it and we can learn it in a good way. So this was just a little bit the use case of second. We can also practice it. Okay, this is an interesting tool. Sometimes we do our learning from YouTube. There are a lot of videos and lectures, but due to time constraint, we may not see the whole video. There is a very good tool based on generative AI that can extract the whole script of the video and then summarizes it for you in a just fraction of seconds.
Mr. Javed, it's Attila from Turkey. Can I just interrupt you for asking a question before we go further? Would that be possible?
Actually, there is a lot of background noise. There is a lot of noise. Please, if you could mute it and ask by writing in the chat, because we were unable to understand your question. Please go ahead with the question, but please write it in the chat. Carry on, please. Meanwhile, Mr. Javed Iqbal.
Okay, fine. Just see another use case of this tool.
So, Dr. Saleh, after this session, we are going to enable the AI component of our Zoom lessons. Okay.
Yes, you can do that.
Okay.
Okay, Ji. Here is a Chrome extension. a typical Chrome extension is an add-on that can be integrated with your already Chrome. And once this is done, you can utilize the YouTube video summaries. And from that YouTube transcript summary, you can create a book, a notes, PPT slides, whatever you want for yourself or for your students. Just
talking about revolutionary tool that lets you create your
so I have started this video.
this tutorial, machine learning, testing and error metrics. My name is Mr. Madam, and work at Udacity. Actually doing this teaching machine learning, and that's a picture. So anyway, today we will focus on these two questions. The first one is how well is my model doing? So let's say you've already trained the machine learning model, and the question is it good or not? So we're going to learn the metrics to tell us if it is good or not. And the second question is, once we figure that out, how do we improve it based on these metrics? So let's dive right in. Let's look at some data. We have some data here in the form of some blue points and some red points. And
okay, just see, this is a video on the left side, and after I installed this extension on the right, you can see it is providing me the full transcript of that video. It is not just a typical transcript in which there are missing words or lingo. If there is such cases, it using artificial intelligence, it improve that transcript. You can copy this whole transcript and use it wherever you want to use it. Further,
And you can also summarize the whole thing.
yes,
in-
yes,
Okay.
these are the key points. I just clicked on the summary button. It will give me the key ideas of that video in a very good manner.
There are so many extensions. Which extension did you use?
This extension is called GLASP. I have tried many, but this has some good features. I can show its extension, YouTube summary.
Okay, thank you.
So the key points are install this YouTube Chrome extension. After installing it, you can in YouTube, you can just click that extension. It will provide you the transcript, AI generated transcript of that video. You can also get the summary of that points. And if that transcript is available to you, you can further use it to make handouts for the student or even book for the students. Sometimes a teacher have some video or lecture, but they don't have the book or handout related to that. So they can create their own handouts or book or ebooks from their just using this tool. Definitely you have to tweak a little bit to get your optimized result in that case.
your testing data, train your model,
And the best thing about this extension is that it is totally free. There is no limit how long and how much time it can generate the transcript for the whole video, and it is also multilingual. I don't know exactly in how many languages it can provide, but definitely if you are non-native to English, you can choose the related language. It will also provide you that transcript.
You just copy the script and paste in the chat GPT. If you have some video in other language and you want to know about the script of that video, you just copy that text and ask to the chat GPT, convert it into English. And you can learn in this way in other language material.
Okay.
So
There's one more question, Javed sir. This
Gigi,
as the video is going on, the transcription is coming. But is it possible to get the whole transcript?
yes,
I mean, even the video is not completed, and
yes,
you can
just
get the whole thing.
yes, it need to play just for the start a few seconds or minutes to render all the transcript. You don't need to watch or play the whole video. Transcript will be available.
How do we know how many seconds or minutes we have to wait?
Like just in the start, the video is loading. It might be maximum 1 minute or 2 minutes. If a video is like 30 minutes, 40 minutes, 1 hour, 1 to 2 minutes are enough.
Okay, thank you.
So this is another the use case of YouTube summary. It is a good tool to next see another use where we can sometimes we have our notes or official documents in PDF form, and to extract information from that PDF is a typical time consuming or time taking laborious task. So for that purpose, there is another very good AI generated tool. Its name is chatpdf.com. You can Google it, use it, just make an login ID for demo purpose. I have already this account and just want to say like you can upload any PDF file. I have uploaded this file PDF. This is our undergrad policy from HEC, and it has 18 pages. So this is a huge long document. There are a lot of key points, key ideas, facts and figures we have to extract. So, but when we don't have too much time, we can use it to extract this way. So this is a long PDF. It can be any handbook, notes, or whatsoever. You uploaded it, then it is available here. On the right side, you can see you can chat with this PDF. For example, I would say what is the credit hour of general education? Total credit hour of general education. So I read this document already, so I know the total credit are required for general education in undergrad equivalent degree program is 30 credit hours. This requirement is mandatory and must covered in the first 4 semester of the degree program. These both points, 30 credit hours and it must be covered in the first 4, are very critical information. To extract this information from 18 pages within a few seconds is very relaxing. You can ask any other question from any of your PDF. You can try it your own. It is a very handy and tool. And one more thing is it mostly it is free for the overall use. It has a good limit, about 200 pages document. It can scan and read and extract information from that. Further, it also gives you the reference page from where it has extracted that information. If you want to further go to that point, you can just click that page, refer to that page, and there you can find further details or verify this information. So very handy tool from day-to-day teaching perspective and daily routine, where we have a lot of our research and books and things in PDF. It is a chat with PDF.
I think it is wonderful, really very, very, very interesting and wonderful.
Okay, next move. Joseph, can you tell me how much time or I should conclude today's session? I guess it's around 5.
It's 5.
Can I give input here? I
Yes.
think, as you noticed, we in the program have written that after your session, we will have the Q&A. But of course, we have been asking questions in the middle. So we can still ask the participants to put forth questions after you're finished. But I believe that you can go on till 10 past 5. So if you want, we can do that. You still have 7-8 more minutes, and if you like, you can demonstrate more, and then after that, if people have some questions, some overall questions, we can do that.
Okay, fine. I have covered the few use cases. Just for the other cases, I am not going in detail, but just giving you a brief idea so that in the coming week, the audience can do it themselves from home. And in the next session, we will cover further details about one thing. Further, I would also like to take the input from the audience, because this was our a first session, and we don't have any the background knowledge about the audience. We have our own idea that these things should be covered, but if they want to give any particular input regarding, so that we the next session we can tailor that about that topic or
Yes,
a
that
thing.
is an excellent idea. So we can prolong that part of it. If you like, you can just give us a brief overview of these slides that you have, and then we will start that Q&A / feedback session, and in which the people, I will request everybody to give their background and then also tell us why they have joined this workshop. I think that will be excellent. Maham, we will do that a little later. Let me ask Javed Sahib to just to wind up this one. If you have a few more slides, you can talk about them very briefly, and then we will start that next part.
Okay, I guess it's over from my side. There are next slides, but I need some further details. So I stop my session here. You can do the QA session or feedback from the audience so that we can also get idea about the next
Okay,
session.
all right, fine. Then in that case, you can stop sharing the
Okay,
slides. And the very first one is Ms. Maham Muzammil. You had raised your hand, so you can now ask the question or provide your feedback.
Assalamu alaikum and good evening, everyone. I'm Maham Muzammil from Education Department at Connect College for Women. I must say that the workshop was highly beneficial, and I appreciate the detailed discussion on the benefits of personalized learning, as well as the insights into the machine learning and deep learning. I particularly appreciate the detailed case studies that demonstrated the practical application of personalized learning strategies. And I would like to express my appreciation for the innovative technique that Sir JAVED shared with us. I mean, the method of using randomized questions with multiple choice answers following immediate feedback is highly effective. And that was new for me to learn. So this approach not only reinforces the learning growth, repetition, but also encourages, active participation and self-assessment when we talk about student learning. And of course, when we plan our lesson and when we go for the different assessment techniques. So this is particularly beneficial for understanding complex topics like correlation and regression, as it allows students and teachers to engage directly in the problem-solving processes and receive instant clarification on their responses. So for the upcoming workshops, I just wanted to say that please consider adding general examples. That fit for each discipline, that apply to different disciplines. So this will make the session more, informative for every participants. Thank you once again for this valuable session.
Thank you very much, Maham. And now we have Dr. Atila Goktas from Turkey. Yes, Dr. Atila, please go ahead. After that, we will have Dr. Harry Tini.
Hello all. Thank you, Professor Saleh, for inviting me for this event. I hope now you can hear me. There is no interference on the microphone.
There is slight noise still, but it's all right.
It
would be nice if you could open your camera.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I'm in a cafe outside in Turkey. Hi to all of you. Thank you for inviting me for this event. I found it very valuable. The structure was well organized, well prepared by Dr. Aisha and Dr. Javed. His case study was wonderful, actually. I'd like to ask some technical question about the ChatGPT. The ChatGPT is basically using the information uploaded already and trying to generate information, question or anything like this. So what happens if I upload my lecture notes and I deliberately prepare my lecture notes incorrectly about statistics, every detail about correlation, regression, collinearity, everything. Let's say they are all wrong. So I just upload it this way and ask the ChatGPT to prepare me some question, just taking care of my lecture notes, considering my lecture notes and prepare me some question. What will I end up with? What type of question will I have? Will I have the question related to my lecture notes incorrectly, or it will also evaluate my lecture note with the uploaded notes from someone else on the ChatGPT? So this is maybe the danger for the ChatGPT. So if the ChatGPT copy wrong materials, and there will be a confusion to prepare correct material. So in my case, so did you ever come across with such things, Professor Javed?
Mr. Javed and Dr. Aisha, you can respond now.
Okay. Typically, if somebody or you want to deliberately give it a wrong information and you want it to create something about it, from it, to create a book, it can do that. But ultimately, if you want that you give it a wrong input and should it rectify it, it can rectify it, and how it can evaluate, because if you have given it a wrong information, but he had already retained information from 1000 other sources, definitely it will compare it with that, and from your response it will give a certain probability weightage, but from the other sources it will also give the probability for definitely its purpose is to create a good knowledge. It will give high weightage to those sources, and it will give less weightage to something that is not as accurate as it should be. Based on that, it will give a good, valid, and high probability answer. But eventually, definitely, it has its own biased limitations. It is the pre-trained on what type of data. So there are still these considerations are there, but overall it is a tool to refine and rectify the knowledge and learn from mistakes and improve things.
Thank you very much. I need to, Attila, I need to move to the next because we have a number of hands up.
Thank you very much for this.
Thank you for your question. Thank you.
Yeah.
Dr. Harry Tini, it's your turn, and it will be kind if you could open your camera.
Yes, hello everyone. I am a professor of statistics from the University of Nicosia in Cyprus. I collaborate with Dr. Saleha. Thank you for inviting me to this very interesting workshop. We have learned a lot of things. It's amazing how many, what potential we have as lecturers, but also for students in terms of help. My question has to do with from what we saw, someone can get, for example, a video or the notes and have them written in text, the whole notes, the whole video. So how can we really ensure copyright as lecturers? I mean, someone can take the notes of a professor, transform them into text, and then use them for his or her own class. How can we really ensure that we keep we retain our copyright?
It's a big challenge. Overall, there are so many organizations like Time Magazine and some other who have sue on ChatGPT, because they said that you have used our information, our articles, our books to train the Chat GPT. These issues are still there, and while it's a mix and match, there are benefits and there are also new issues, but there is no certain policy yet that has been formulated how to handle these copyrights and such type of issues.
Thank you for your answer, and thank you for the question. I now have many more hands up. First of all, Mr. Proud. Is that Dr. Kulsoom? We are waiting for your question, please. Mr. Proud? Otherwise, I have to go to the next one. So this is Christobel. Christobel, please, would you unmute and put forth your question? Festival?
Yes, Doc Saleha. Good evening, everyone. I am Cristobal Rabuya, a graduate student of University of San Carlos. Thank you for the invitation, Dr. Enriqueta Reston, who is here right now. Actually, I am currently working on my study about the generative artificial intelligence in education, in teacher education, particularly. Earlier, this is a nice a talk, no, that I learned a lot that uh, the 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 structure of AI and its relationship to the machine learning, the deep learning, and the Gen AI. My first question is because not all Gen AI are AI based on that structure. My first question is what 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 are the properties of Gen AI to differentiate the other AIs? That's it. Then yes,
Mr.
first
Javed,
question first.
we need your answer, please. What is the difference between Gen AI and the other AI? Is that the question?
Okay, yes. The AI is a broader umbrella, and the Gen AI is a subpart of that umbrella. Gen mean that it can produce new text and new content. In some cases, this option is not in other AI. It's not necessary to generate a new text, a new content. But when we talk about the generative AI, it means it can produce new combinations of words and new text, new poems, new stories that does not already exist. This is a simple layman difference in AI and Gen AI.
Thank you for that. My last question po, Doc. With AI in the mix, and this is, I would like to relate this one in the Bloom's taxonomy. And we know that in the Bloom's taxonomy, the creation is the highest level.
Yes.
So, I don't know if it's okay to raise this one. Should we revise the Bloom's taxonomy because analyze and evaluation? I mean, the creation should be lower from the analysis and evaluation since the Gen AI could create something unique like that.
Yes. You see, in the first version of the Bloom, creativity was lower, but in the revised version, the creation part was at highest level of Bloom taxonomy. Might be in future, we can review it.
Okay, thank you very much for that. And we have Manfred Borovnik. Professor Manfred, please, it's your turn.
Yeah, there was already the issue of copyright, but more problem makes the evaluation of the answers, because the answers are not always correct. And of course, you would trust because the tone of the answer is, oh, I know the answer. And I have asked for references for specific areas, and I got references. Half of them were fake. Simply fake. It was so good that you could imagine that this is a good reference, and there was all the authors also combined in that sequel, but there was no text in that journal in that issue. So it was finally wrong. Another thing which we experienced with physics and also with mathematics, with specific problems, not with an overview over a topic, but with specific problems. We got a wrong answer and then asked back, and ChatGPT was excusing, oh, I'm sorry, making the confusion, but only we could judge it. It was wrong, but if we were not specialized on that ourselves, we would never have recognized that this is a wrong answer. So sometimes I try to learn physics with ChatGPT, and then I asked about my assumptions, and they confirmed my assumptions, but my assumptions finally were wrong. So this is a big problem with that. Another point that would point to AYESHA Sultan, she talked about the background, deep learning and machine learning, and she mentioned autonomous car driving. It's less than that. There is a lot of protection systems in the car, and one is a collision protection. And the collision protection still is not really well programmed, because when you come directly against some obstacle, then it's fine. But if it is a right angle, they do not calculate the probability of collision, because right angle is better to make it faster to go out of the collision zone, but they would stop you immediately so that you are fixed in the collision zone, and the accident is then simply caused by the protection system because it is not yet really well programmed. So that is my two. And I like this PDF and videos analysis, what you mentioned, but this is not ChatGPT. ChatGPT can't do that by itself. So you have to use other AI software, and maybe you can go back to ChatGPT, but it is not the part of ChatGPT. Thank you.
Thank you very much for your comments. Before I ask Javed and Aisha to respond, because in the interest of time, I would like to ask Mr. Proud to please put forth your question now. The hand has been up for a long time. Mr. Proud, last chance for asking the question.
We are proud of.
No, I think there's no question. Now I want to ask Dr. Atila, you were having your hand up again. So is there some important point you want to make? Atila? Okay, I suppose that's all. But then, Mr. Javed and Dr. Aisha, would you like to respond to what just now Professor Manfred has, all that he has communicated?
Yes, thanks for, sir, your input. Your observations are right. And even if we start the ChatGPT, it says that there are many instances where the information it provides is not correct. There are, and you should verify it. This is a, and the other side of the picture is that ChatGPT, generative AI, just a few years old. If I see it after 5 years, 10 years, we see on day by day, it is getting improved and improved. Just see a few years ago, we can't even imagine that generative AI can compile or produce such results. Having said that, even with every product, there's always plus and minus and limitations, ethical issues that we have to deal accordingly.
Okay, thank you very much. I see Sadia Farouk's hand up. If you have a very quick question, please put it.
One comment here, just you said that is about 5 years, so it's very intelligent child, you can say.
Yes, Ms. Sadia Farouk, would you have a question?
अस्सलाम वालेकुम जी थैंक यू सो मच मैडम सालिया मेरा सबसे सवाल मेरा है कि मैंने क्यों पार्टिसिपेट किया मैंने आपकी इस वर्कशॉप का देखा और इसका चैट जीपीटी
I'm
और
sorry, I want to request you to please speak in English because there are many people who would not understand Urdu.
ओके फिर जब मैं इसको स्किप कर लेती हूँ ठीक है
Sorry?
थैंक
You have a problem in that? Then please continue in Urdu. It's okay.
ओके हेलो जी अस्सलाम
Yes,
वालेकुम
please.
सर जावेद मैं ये कहना चाहूंगी कि गवर्नमेंट ऑर्गेनाइजेशन जब आप नेक्स्ट प्रॉम्प्ट्स बनाए या एग्जांपल्स लें तो उसमें गवर्नमेंट ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस का भी रखें कि वो किस तरह इसको यूज कर सकते हैं, बिकॉज डेली ऑफिस रूटीन में हमें सेक्टोरल स्टडीज, टेक्निकल रिपोर्ट राइटिंग्स और स्लाइड्स बना रहे होते हैं, रिसर्च और कर रहे होते हैं, तो हम उससे लिमिटेड टाइम में प्रिसाइज और अच्छी इंफॉर्मेशन उसको ब्राउज करके एक बना सकें, डॉक्यूमेंट्स काम कर सकें। तो मैं ये देखना चाहती हूँ कि गवर्नमेंट ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में मीटिंग्स होती है, मीटिंग नोट्स बनाए जाते हैं, तो उन सब चीजों को समेटा कैसे जा सकता है, किस तरह हम अच्छे प्रॉम्प्ट्स बना सकते हैं और किन साइट्स पे काम कर सकते हैं, किस तरह के हमें अकाउंट्स जो हैं उनके ऊपर अपनी बनाने चाहिए, और कौन से वाले, जैसे भी बात थी कि हमें आज के दिन में देख रहे हैं कि चैट जीपीटी आप कौन से वाले आपने डाउनलोड किया हो, आपने माइक्रोसॉफ्ट अकाउंट बनाया होना चाहिए, पीडीएफ से आप एक्सट्रैक्ट इंफॉर्मेशन करते हैं, वहां से कोई समरी बनाना चाहते हैं, फिर प्रेजेंटेशन स्लाइड्स बनाना चाहते हैं, तो देन आपको वहां का कोई अकाउंट भी बनाया होना चाहिए। तो सो मैं ये चाहती हूँ टिप्स हमारे पास हो जाए, एक पैकेज हो जाए कि जनाब एटलीस्ट अगर आप एआई टूल्स इस्तेमाल करते हैं तो आपको इस काइंड की जो चीजें हैं ना उनके ऊपर आपके अकाउंट्स बने हुए हों, ये फ्री यूज के हम लोग डाउनलोड कर लें, पर्टिकुलरली इस वर्कशॉप के हवाले से भी, कि जब हम हैंड्स ऑन ट्रेनिंग कर रहे हो
Okay.
तो हमने वो पहले से की हो। मेरा ये है, और मैं ये चाहती हूँ कि लाइफ स्टॉक सेक्टर और गवर्नमेंट ऑर्गेनाइजेशन का भी इसमें जब आप अपना नेक्स्ट लेसन प्लान करें उसको इंक्लूड करें। थैंक यू।
Thank you very
Okay,
much, Ms. Sadia. Yes, Mr. Javed Iqbal, the time is very short now. Yes,
Okay.
मैं एक बात
please
I have
respond in a
I have
one sentence.
I have noted your input for the next session. Last day we have completed our board of studies, and the meeting minutes were totally prepared by ChatGPT.
So for all my
थैंक यू
foreign
सो मच सर, ये हमारी रिक्वायरमेंट है। थैंक यू सो मच।
our foreign participants have not understood the question. She is interested in that in the next session, and the next they may also tell us what can be done by the government people, how they can use AI for their benefit. And now, Dr. Kulsoom, could you please put your question very, very briefly? Because I have been calling you, but you were not available. And now your name is there. And now please put your question.
Okay, Dr. Nagmi, thank you for giving me the chance. Javed Saab and Dr. Aisha, thank you so very much for the very inspiring, and innovative presentation. I'm sure it is likely to open the new avenues for the teachers. But there are two, questions. I'll be making it very brief. By the use of this technology, I'm sure the teachers could be the smart teachers. But my first question is that how we can, ensure the transparency of the material that is being provided by the ChatGPT. And my second question is that in your upcoming presentations, you should also discuss the ethics to use the ChatGPT or the generative AI. So I'm sure that is likely to be helpful for the teachers and for the other disciplines too. Thank you.
Okay,
Okay,
madam.
thank you very much.
We have already have an idea about the limitations and ethical issues. We will discuss it in the second or last session, inshallah.
Thank you very much. So this brings us to the end of the Q&A session for today. And I now want to, without further ado, want to request Dr. Sharka Hashmi, PISTAR core team member and principal of a college right here in Lahore, to please provide, to give us the vote of thanks.
One more thing I want to say before ending of this workshop, Dr. Nagmi, for the
Okay.
upcoming workshop. I just want to say that please all the participants make a login on ChatGPT, and we are required if anyone have multiple Gmail IDs, so kindly make ChatGPT login on all that IDs, because in the next sessions when we use this prompt, so after some attempts it will not work. We have to wait for some time. So if we have multiple accounts, so then we can switch and can perform our activity.
Okay, thank you very much for that. So now over to Dr. Sharka Hashmi.
Thank you so much. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. I'm presenting here vote of thanks by PISTAR team. Good evening and Assalamu alaikum, everyone. It gives me immense pleasure to present a vote of thanks on behalf of PISTAR. We are deeply grateful to our distinguished resource persons, Dr. Ayesha Sultan and Mr. Javed IQBAL, for sharing their invaluable knowledge and expertise with us during this workshop. Dr. Ayesha, your expertise and deep understanding of generative AI have illuminated the subject in a way that is both accessible and thought-provoking. The practical demonstrations and hands-on sessions of Mr. Javed IQBAL were particularly enriching. You have made complex concepts comprehensible and have given us tangible skills to take forward into our professional endeavors. I'm sure that everyone present here today has taken away significant learning that we can apply in our professional and personal pursuit. I have truly inspired us to explore further and expand our horizons. I would also like to extend my gratitude to all the participants for their active involvement and to the organizing committee for their efforts in making this event a grand success. Thank you once again, Dr. Aisha and Mr. Javed, for your time and dedication. We look forward to having more opportunities to learn from you in the next workshops of this series. Thank you all. Allah Hafiz. Up to you, Dr.
Thank you.
Salia.
Okay, thank you very much. If you would please allow me, I would now like to share my screen. I'm sharing it now. Is it visible, Jawad sir?
Yes,
the
this is
screen? Okay, okay. So I would like to talk about late Professor Dr. Munir Ahmed, who is the founder of PISTAR, who was a great visionary and who has done and made tremendous contributions for statistics and statisticians. The current president, our teacher and mentor, Professor Dr. Muhammad Hanif, also a very, very closely associated with Professor Munir Ahmed. He is the president of ISOS and the president of PISTAR. ISOS stands for the Islamic Countries Society of Statistical Sciences. Senior Vice President is Professor Dr. Alia Ahmed, and she's also the daughter of Professor Dr. Munir Ahmed. The PISTAR team, it's myself and Dr. Wasim Abbas as Executive Director and General Secretary, but we also have all these people in the core team, Professor Muhammad Aslam, Vice President, Dr. Mumtaz Rana, Vice President, Mr. Muhammad Iftikhar, Finance Secretary, and also the pillar of ISOS and PISTAR, Mrs. Rashida Bukhari, Dr. Hafiz Salman, Joint Secretary, Dr. Sharka Hashmi, Mr. Muhammad Imtiaz, Mr. Muhammad Jawad Mirza, who's the one who sends all the emails and handles Zoom so efficiently. Ms. Zuleikha Mashkoor, Dr. Haris Khurram, Ms. Kamal Aslam, Ms. Aqsa Abid, and Ms. Aqsa Idris. I would like to tell everybody that the third PISTAR Global Statistics Conference will be held on February 8-9, 2025. And please, we do have your email addresses. If anybody has not yet put their email address in the chat, you can do so now in the last few seconds. And also, I want everybody to encourage everybody to start writing papers right now. Now, the papers don't have to be statistics only, even if it is a paper in the area of education, but with some statistical analyses included, then it will be included. Geography, any other subject. As you know, analysis of data is involved in almost every subject. So just following Professor Munir Ahmed's policy that we include anybody and everybody who's interested, there should be some statistical content. Okay, now is the time for group photograph, after which I will remind you that we will be meeting again on October 12 and 13, same time, and thanking you here. And now stopping my slide share. Please, I request everybody to open their cameras so that we can have a group photograph. Are there some people who are shy? Some people are shy. Okay. Dr. Raza, thank you very much for being here. You did not put a question, but you've been here, and Dr. Enriqueta and everybody, every single one of you. Thank you very much. I have taken the screenshot, and I've taken another screenshot because but still some people are hiding. Okay, we will not force you. 1 second, let me take another one. Okay, then that's it. Thank you very much. Bye-bye and Allah Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Nagmi. Allah Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz.